Hello viewers, in this video we will see what is a variable, declaration, definition and initialization of a variable, what is the difference between declaration and definition of a variable, syntax of variable declaration and what are the rules to write a variable name and examples of valid and invalid variable names. So let's get into the video. So if we want to use a data value in our program, we can store it in a memory and we can name it so that it will be very easy to access it. So that memory area name is called as variable, or the naming address is known as variable. The easy definition is a variable name is given to a storage area. I will give a general example to understand easily. Consider India is a computer memory. And in India, each and every one of us has our own house number, right? So the house number is a variable. Through the house number, the government can have access to us. Similarly, here in computer memory, a variable name is a storage area. Through variable name, we can access the storage area. Okay, so if we want to store some value in computer's memory, we will use a storage area called variable. I hope variable concept is clear to you. So a variable can be declared, defined and initialized. Now let us see what is the syntax of a data type. To declare a data type, first we have to write its data type, that is integer, floating or character type. The data type must be a valid data type in C. Okay, and then after data type, variable name and semicolon. We have some rules to write a variable name. So let us watch how to write the variable name in this video also. Here is an example for declaration of the variable int number semicolon. Okay. Now, what is the difference between declaration and definition of a variable? In variable declaration, we will just describe the data type, that is, to which data type that variable belongs to. In definition, allocation of memory takes place. So major difference between declaration and definition of a variable is, in declaration no memory will be assigned. Just we say that this variable belongs to this data types. Whereas in definition, allocation of memory will be takes place. As I said, there are some rules to define a variable. Actually, a variable is an identifier. So what is an identifier? An identifier is a user-defined word in a program which is used to represent programming elements like variables, arrays, structures, union, enumerators, etc. So as I said, there are some rules. The variable name or an identifier may include characters, digits, and underscore. No other special characters are used to define a variable. Okay, it should not start with a digit. It may start with underscore or a character. Now let us see what are the valid and invalid variable names so that you will not make mistakes when you are writing programs. So these are some valid variable names. Number. It had been started with a character, it is fine. And the second thing, username, it is also fine. Third thing is started with underscore. Okay, so student number, student underscore number underscore 2, it is also a valid identifier, and underscore 5 is also a valid variable name. Whereas coming to invalid names, second iteration, as it is starting with a number, the compiler will throw the error because it is not a valid variable name. It should not start with a digit. Here, hash employee name. Hash is another special character. only we should use underscore. No other special character should be used. So it is also an invalid. At the rate of email, at the rate should not be used in variable name declaration. So I hope you're clear with the rules to write an identifier. In C, uppercase, lowercase alphabets are different because C is a case sensitive language. Please remember that. So Apple with capital A is different from Apple with small a. Okay. And also, when you are writing an identifier name, it should not be a keyword in C. For example, for, while, switch, do, break, continue. These words should not be used as identifiers because these are already predefined as keywords in the compiler. So here is a small example for declaration and initialization of a variable. We have started with header file hash include stdio.h, then main function, then opening brace, int a. Here a variable is declared as type integer. Then a is equal to 4. Here the variable had been initialized with the value 4 and memory area had been created in which 4 is being there. Next, int b is equal to 5. Here, the declaration of a variable and initialization of a variable had been taken in only one statement. Here we have seen that int b is a variable which is of type integer and which is initialized with value 5. Next, in next statement, we are printing value a to the output screen. As we have used int main, we have returned 0 and followed by closing brace. I just want to ask you a very simple question. Here, int even number is equal to 10 is a valid statement, but 15 is equal to 15 is an invalid statement. Why? You may say the simple answer that 15 is not a valid identifier name because it is starting with a number. Yes, it is a correct answer, but there is also another reason why 15 is equal to 15 is an invalid statement. If you know the answer, please do comment in the comment section. And also in next video, we will see what will happen if it doesn't follow the rules of variable names. For example, what will happen if we write invalid variable names or invalid identifiers. If you know this answer too, please do comment in the comment section. Thank you. Please do subscribe.